and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lord David, and this is Long Live the Queen. Now, this is absolutely a beautiful and amazingly made game. I got this like years and years ago. Like it even says here 2012 apparently it came out. And I adore this game greatly. It's a very beautiful promise of a game where you are the daughter of the king and you've got to work your way up to be the queen. Now, it's kind of like one of the old like Princess Maker type of games. However, in this one, you can die fairly horribly. Like, I haven't even got all of these things. Like, deaths, taken out by arrow to the gut. Like, they're being blasted by magic and stuff like that. Being poisoned. Like, I haven't even got any all of these. So, there's a lot to unpack on this one. Like, I don't even remember getting everything. I don't even remember getting anything. Being crowned a queen? Like, I don't know. I can't remember any of this. So, of course, like, look at all this stuff, man, So, I'm going to try to give this game another go, because recently, the 10-year anniversary of it came out, updating it on Steam or whatever, and I thought, well, I'll jump back into Long Live the Queen. I love this game. I'll give it another go and see what I remember from it. I do remember it being very difficult. Like, there's a lot of stuff to unpack on this one, so let me get you into it. So, Jocelyn, King Dauger, Duke of Calaris. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. So this is us, Elodie. Elodie, the Crown Princess. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. So here we go. So welcome to Long Live the Queen. If this is your first time playing, you should read the brief introduction to how the game works. But no, I have played this before, so let me jump straight into it for you. So, there's not much to do. I'll save the game straight away, why not? Princess David. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. So let me, the music is a bit loud still. I've got it pretty much turned all the way down, but it's still fairly loud. So, what we have to do is our mood. So our current mood is depressed. Obviously our mother's dead and we've got to try and get ourselves back into it. Depending on what your mood is will reflect on your... I haven't got any outfits. Will depend on your skills. So because we're depressed, but we get bonus to expression and animal handling. So here we go, looks like animal handling +1. Where was you for 1? Expression +1. But because we're depressed, we get penalties to our royal demeanour, our conversation and athletics, which are not things we want. Obviously, depending on the mood, will depend on what kind of skills get different stuff. So every week, we got to take some lessons. So I'm trying to remember how this works. So it would be good to get animal handling, obviously. Or expression. I might do expression. Do expression in... was it voice? Expression and voice. Expression. Voice. Yeah, we want a beautiful voice. Skill to sing beautifully. I want that. Now it's evening classes. Do I want animal handling? Now I'm going to go into... I know we need to learn like agility. I know we need like reflexes for something. So let me get reflexes as well. So here we go, we're done. So week 1 in the morning, you practice deep breathing exercises to build up your ability to sustain a note. So we go all morning, and we learnt that. Afternoon, your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. So we're just learning how to do our reflexes, basically. And every week, something will happen where you need to know things. So I will let you know. So what's all that noise outside? Who's there? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we were so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Elodie. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep. Mummy said we'd be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. So as you see, I got some cheerful points because I got to see that person. So there we go. So I can also do other stuff as well around the castle. So I can't remember what. There we go. Mood. Let's have a look. So we got cheerful. So I got our depressed up a bit more. So we need more cheerful. But we need to get afraid of as well. We kind of want willful, I think it is. So sneak out will get me willful and lonely. So I'll go down. I'll go up 2. But if I remember rightly, your mood comes from left to right. So if like angries are free and willfuls are free as well, you'll be afraid or angry, whichever one you're on. So attendant service will get my depression up 1. So let's do that. Let's attend service. You attended services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. Lovely. So now, as you can see by our mood, we are now afraid. For some reason we are afraid of things now. So that will... Afraid will give a bonus to our agility and faith. The penalty to royal demeanour, weapons, intrigue and military. So we're no good at learning anything intellectual. But we are good at faith and agility. So let's do that again. So classes... So faith, let's get some divination and agility. Let's get our reflexes through the roof. Because I remember we need reflexes early on for something. Morning 2, you learn that the gods cannot be forced to divulge information about the future, and that the most powerful omens are those which arrive unexpectedly. So we're learning how to see about divination things in the future. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. So we're getting really good at reflexes now. So we go here, the music gets depressing when something bad's going to happen. So what's that commotion outside? Father, what's going on? So Juliana, the Duchess of Ursel, I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen. And as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life, if necessary, to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Oof, I can't remember some of the stuff. So I know the lumens are the magical girls of this world. And obviously my dad doesn't like her. I'm going to arrest her. You are a traitor to the crown and I ought to have you executed. Guards, arrest her. Throw her into the castle dungeons and let her rot. Well, I suppose she won't be a problem anymore. But I can go and visit her now if I wanted to. So let me visit Lady Merva. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be able... I'm not going to be allowed to leave this castle until my birthday. But at least we can have fun together here. There we go, we've got our cheerful up a bit more. However, we are still afraid. So that means we can still do our faith and agility. Let's do that. I'm going to get some law. And we're going to do some flexibility. Let's do that. So in the morning, only a lumen can channel magic. And only with the help of an attuned crystal. The ability to control a crystal seems to be inherited. So crystals can be passed from parent to child upon the lumen's death. So because my mum is dead, her crystal will belong to me now. You learn to relax and evaluate the tension in your body, then to practice the different types of motion available to each of your joints, twisting, shifting, rotating. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really, I just like to play with flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down, when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger. A snake! Charlotte, don't move! With your quick reflexes, you grab a forked stick and manage to flip the snake away from you and your cousin. Eek! Get away, you horrible thing! You stomp loudly on the ground and the snake slithers off into the distance. What is going on out here? Mummy, there was a snake! What was a snake doing in the royal gardens? This is completely unacceptable. You could have been killed. Elodie scared it off. That's not good enough. I can't have my daughter remaining in such a dangerous place. We are returning home to Minerva at once. Aww. So yeah, she's taking that girl away from me now. But our angries get up. We could do with some cheerful. Let me visit the dungeons. You venture into the depths of the castle dungeons. The Duchess of Ursula is there, in her cell, sitting perfectly straight on the bench against the wall and looking your direction as if she'd been expecting you. Caution is wise for one in your position. Hasty judgments can lead into trouble. Are you ready to listen now? Hear her out. What do you want to say? It is the responsibility of the king or queen of Nova to handle magical energies to protect the domain. That is what a lumen does, what your mother did, and what I do. My father said it was your fault she died. What he said was that she died by magic. Being a lumen is never safe. You pay a high price for our powers. But without a lumen queen, this entire domain is at risk. Release me and I will teach you what you need to know to keep your responsibilities. So as you might have saw there, I didn't know enough law to know what she was saying was true. So yeah, I'll free her. I don't have much choice, do I? Fine, I'll have the guards release you. Come to me in my room as soon as you can to begin your training. Right, so it looks like we're back to being depressed, but all of our other stuff are going up now. So if we can get some cheerfulness, that will help us out. So what do we get? Penalty to royal demeanor and athletics. So, like, I know you get outfits for when you do like so much stuff. So let's get some meditation and divination. Let's go all faith. Let's get our faith up. You practice assuming a sitting position that allows you to be relaxed and tranquil without being so relaxed that you are likely to fall asleep. So dropping your favourite plate is bad luck. A statue spontaneously shattering is a ban omen. So learning these things is good. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zahara and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty though. It seems like we get more servants every day. So that was fun. Yielding, lonely, cheerful. Yielding, lonely, cheerful. See, if I do that, that'll get everything. Everything is on par then, isn't it? Let's do that. You spend the weekend holed up in your room, alone in your room with your favourite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better. Right, so now our mood is yielding. We are yielding now. So we get bonus to royal demeanor, history, and faith. So that sounds like a good one to be, yielding. But then we don't get with -3 in lumen, so that, yeah, that's it's bad for them ones, of course. So royal demeanor, so we can get our composure And we can do to all demeanour, composure, and we'll get some more law. Let's learn the law. More law. You practice deep breathing exercises, learn to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. The kings and queens of Nova have all been lumens for centuries, but in modern times magic is only used for ceremonial occasions and the dearest of emergencies. Long, long ago, the continent of Borealis was ruled over by a single witch queen, witch king even, until a rival line of lumens challenged for her the crown. The resulting war went on for 100 years with powerful spells that damaged the land so badly that even now no plants will grow. Right, so it makes it seem like the magic in this world is actually really horrible to use. One of the major approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sednia. We have Dukes of Sednia? No, my lady, the Duchy of Sednia is in Talasea. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, a beautiful necklace. Something sparkly will make me feel better. See, so we didn't know any of that, so we don't know what actually happened with any of that. Let me visit Julia of Ursula. What is it you wanted to teach me? First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. A lumen crystal? No. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you. Now, except that the king may be keeping it from you. Do you have a crystal? Of course. She holds out her hands, flights flicker above her bosom, and then, with a shower of sparkles, something takes shape. You reach out to touch it, and it dissolves away into nothing. Oh, it belongs to me. No one can take it from me until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you. So here we go. We look quite happy there. Cheerful. So conversation and athletics. But we're bad at all the other things. Weapon, intrigue, and military. So if we're good at athletics, let's do that. So let's get some running. I think. Athletics. Running. Conversation. So public speaking maybe? Yeah, let's do that. You practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. You practice tongue-twisting sentences of syllables to improve your enunciation. That's what I need to do. I need to learn that. As you are walking, you spot a familiar figure in the palace gardens. It's the Duchess of Ursula. I should go and say hello. Then you notice that seated beside her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They are very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Looks like she's busy. You turn and walk in a different direction so as not to disturb them. At that moment, you notice something unusual. It looks like someone just left the palace grounds by going over the hedge. Was that a servant, a thief, or an assassin? Call the guards. Guards! However, by the time the response is organized and directed to the area behind the palace, there's no sign of any intruder. You wonder if you were only imagining it. Well, that's not good, is it? So I need to get my stuff down. So let's talk to my dad. Dad, what happened to Mum's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine. Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want. But for now, you are still a child. We're angry now. We seem to be angry. So we're good at weapons and military. Penalties to all the other good stuff. Right, so... weapons. Let's learn... See, on this one here, I'm just going to learn what I'm good at. So let's go swords. What was the other one? Military. So strategy. Yes, we like strategy. So military strategy. Here we go. No, logistics. We got to do logistics first. Got to know that stuff. So you learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march and how long they will remain edible. You take up a wooden sword and practice correct grips and stances. As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. See, we were no good at leave one, but we got good reflexes. So what's this? Angry and cheerful are up. So visit, let me go back to it. My father says I can't have my crystal until I'm queen. So we'll have to just wait. There may not be time to wait. This world is filled with dangers, and you will need the powers of a lumen to fight them. You can't begin training until you have bonded with your crystal. Well, what else am I supposed to do about it? The crystal is probably held under guard in the royal treasury. You are a princess. You should be able to find a way inside. Otherwise, you might have to take drastic action. I'll wait. I'll try to find a way. What drastic action? What do you mean, drastic action? Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Try to reach the crystal. If you can't, come and talk to me again. Okay, looks like we're still angry. Weapons and military again. Okay. Let's go archery and now strategy. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons and battle formations. You learn how to twist and wax bowstring and various fibers. Good stuff. There's a man here to see you. He wishes crown funding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not limited. Is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters, which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold the cast and type. With the system, we will be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now, and make copies to send all over the world. I don't know much about factories and trade. Would that really be worthwhile? We are not interested. Alright, so I didn't know, so obviously I didn't do it. So, the treasury, there it is. So lonely and afraid. Lonely, afraid, that'll get me cheerful. Let's explore the castle. You wander through the parts of the castle where other people rarely visit, but find little except spiderwebs. Yuck. We're cheerful again. Conversation and athletics. So, conversation, flattery, athletics, swimming. Let's learn how to swim. You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. You get comfortable in the water, splashing around and holding your breath to go under. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Oxenite occupation of the county of Imbrium have gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying southern Marie. We have plenty of troops, so it shouldn't be that hard to drive them out, if we want to make the fight of it. Prepare for battle! Well, if they want to fight, then we'll give it them. I will arrange for troops to be sent to your aid. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you have made arrangements with him? What sort of arrangements? Your Highness, that is a courting gift. The man wishes to gain your hand in marriage. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, so obviously we didn't realize that, so obviously that's not going to work. Yielding, depressed, pressured. See, I'm going to attend court. Sitting in a court session is not as fun as all, but it pleases your father and it may be important for your future. So here we go, back to yielding. So back to royal demeanour, history and faith. So let's get some more royal demeanour. What do I need? Elegance, presence, composure. Let's get some presence. And faith. What do I need? I need meditation. So here we go. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in the mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter, and you are a force to be reckoned with. You close your eyes and relax every muscle of your body. In turn, letting that feeling travel down through you from your head to your fingertips and toes. You take slow, deep breaths, letting the air move through your body, feeling it give you your life and energy. So we unlocked a new outfit. I'm guessing that's the meditation outfit. You receive a report of the outcome of the battle against the Ixonites. You succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers and a great deal of material. You lost 950 soldiers. The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better. We probably could have. You're right. So we need to get that angry down so we can get back to afraid. Tender service. Yeah, let's attend to service, get that angry down. So what's that? Yeah, we're back to yielding. So our outfit, our priestess robe. So there we go. Which then gives us boosts to all of this, which is obviously good. I'm going to do some more divination because that's good to have, I guess. What was this? Royal elegance. For that one, there we go. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. You read about well-known signs of bad fortune, wells turning sour, dry lightning, strange fish caught in nets, malformed babies being born, and so on. You read about signs that have presaged famous disasters, such as the seas running red before the doom shadow fell upon Nova 200 years ago. So we're learning things. There are reports that a Keefong has been sighted leaving the old forest. What's a Keefong? A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. Several disappearances in the southern Calaris are already thought to be work of the creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. Also, there's a letter for you. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. So that guy who got a thing off, he's coming next week. Right, so let me go visit the treasury. So I don't know, accountant presence. You try to talk your way past the treasury guards, but despite eyelash fluttering, foot stomping and outright threats, you won't budge. So we're angry again. Weapons and military. Weapons and military. Okay, so weapons, let's learn to use a sword. Military, let's learn some more logistics. No, logistics, yeah. We like logistics. You study the kind of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, and the tools to repair anything damaged. You study different kinds of transport, animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots. You practice slow swings to move your blade to precisely marked targets, building up your muscle and control. You drill with a partner, attacking and blocking in careful timed patterns. Ah, Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering. A jewel for a jewel, but you are more precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us will bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. Politely decline. I need to let him down gently. I am not marrying you. I am only 14. That may not have been gentle. I see. I regret the misunderstanding. So he didn't like us there, I don't think. So let's get our angry down. Here we go. So what are we now? Back to being depressed. Expression and animal handling. So let's get more expression. Let's go decoration and instrument. Let's do them both. You discuss the nature of beauty, looking around at landscapes, objects, and people and comparing their aesthetic elements. You tap out chiming dyads on a glockenspiel, learning the basics of harmony and rhythm. You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? course indeed, the Duchess of Mead. Is she all right? She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's justice, it is. Them devils killed my brother and broke my mum's heart. Lie to her, they did. When she went to see why he'd not come home... What? Oh, wait, relax. Let's try it again. Lie to her, they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back. Said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one either. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her. Be done with it. I don't know what this is all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but... yeah. As she is clearly guilty, her life is forfeit. She will be hanged in public as a deterrent to other criminals. You'll not have me. All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guard and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed. You grub for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament, which you hurl in her direction. Your missile flies wide at the mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, the personal guard steps into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Get that out of here. Put it on display so that everyone sees what happens to criminals. So we tried, but we didn't have any archery skills. So that could have been good, that, actually. So let's go back to court. Let's attend some more court stuff. So we're back to yielding. So I like some royal demeanour, history and faith. Royal demeanour, history and faith. So let's go fully royal demeanour. I'm going to get my composure and my presence done. Let's go. You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing on transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You'll practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and to let your energy surround you for others to share. I feel like we're winning. As you are walking one day in your gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. That's funny. I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crown funding for a project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizens afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested. Okay. I would have thought that would have been common knowledge to know something like that, but alright. Let me get my depressed gone. Let me get rid of my depression. Right, so that owl dropping for if I didn't have enough divination. I'm on 56. And I didn't have enough to know that. Okay, right, so elegance. And let's go law again. Let me get some more law. Yeah, elegance and law. That will assume it'll unlock another costume for me. You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup. Your pinky slightly extended for balance. You have unlocked a new outfit. Good stuff. Legend has it that at long ago a horde of Yevgeny on the back of tentacled monsters rode into the valley of Mead, laying waste to all in their path. Their conquest was only halted with when a lumen raised a great flood to drown the invaders. Legend says that the island domain of Malini was once a single island instead of a cluster, until an invading northern queen raised a terrible pillar of fire that shattered the land into pieces. Beautiful. Remember that the Festival of Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for commoners, followed by a grand gala for nobility. A grand ball. There will be dancing. As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting possibly give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean, not safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There is a letter for you as well. It's for Brioni. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin has been acting strangely lately and shouting at shadows. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. Right, our yielding is getting out of hand a little bit. But I'm liking it for my royal demeanour though. So let's just get rid of a bit of angriness. Go back to doing some service. So let's have a look at our new outfit. Our coronet. Beautiful. I might need that. But they said there'll be dancing on the next one. So let's go fully dance. Let's learn how to dance, I think. And flexibility. Dance and flexibility. You practice courtesying, standing and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. Good stuff. You practice circling your arms and making kicking motions with your legs to stretch out your limbs. Lovely. Today is the procession and planting of the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If you lose you, there is no recovery. I will parade and make a speech. I am not afraid. I am going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a steady golden scepter that's taller than you are. At the end of the route, you help the priestess turn over the earth and for the new tree to be planted. After the blessings are read, you hold up your hands and call for sounds so that you can speak. Unfortunately, all your words had planned out go over your head when you're facing the moment. You mention a few polite sayings about the means of the holidays and thank everyone for attending, and turn away, your cheeks red. Your procession regroups to return to the castle. Well, that could have been better. Our pressure is getting up. Which up lonely is the other one. Lonely and cheerful. Walk in the garden, sure. Let's get in the bed under my shoulders. Good stuff. Oh, history and faith. See, my only... Because I'm not learning any economics, I'm not going to be able to get into the thing, am I? So I'll tell you what, let me get some demeanour in. Let's just build that up. Let's just go nuts with demeanour. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with a lever twice, and you learn to bear the sting. You lie on a couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smirks and smacks your heels with a lever twice. You plant your feet into a strong stance, imagining that you are a tree, deeply rooted in the earth. You can feel that the power within you, and you know that you will not be pushed aside. You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles and domain are here to see you, to see the Queen. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, and the ruler of them all. You let your eyes reach upon each in turn as you have been taught, impressing upon them that you are not a child but a queen. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kygel alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want, and you will not be denied. See, I don't know many court manners. Someone younger than me. You may be too young to behold a title in your own right, but you are not the youngest noble present. That honour falls to our dear, the young lord of Elaf, who is only 12 and head shoulder than you are. Next to him, you look positively adult. Hi, Elodie. He looks absolutely terrified at the prospect of having to dance with a girl, but the little lord is too well bred to refuse you. Still, you'll have to be careful not to step on him. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps, like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do, trip over your own feet. Between the dances, there is time for a guest to mingle, chat, and simply sample tiny bites of exquisite food. During a lull in the music, Banian, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against the wine glass, letting the clear note ring out throughout the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. That's Gwenaëlle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you, and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lilia, and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Brioni, she had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here, dancing together, the Duke consort clutching her Duchess positively tight. Strange that there's no sign of our cousins though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? I couldn't sense any magic there, that's not good. Right, what do I need to do? Let's get some willful up. Let me get me willful up so I can sneak out. Let me sneak out. Sneak out. I'm a queen who likes to sneak out. Right, we are going nuts with elegance here. So, what I need to do is... what do I need to do, really? Conversation, yeah, I need to get conversation. I need to be better at conversating and public speaking. Yeah, let's do that. Court manners and public speaking. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honours. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of the room. You memorize lists and sonnets, then recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. You are too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles, she's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old as noblewomen go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in your grasp. You take a deep breath. Greet her politely. You manage to smile at her in what you hope is a welcoming manner. Good day to you, Countess. Her Highness, good day to you as well. I was just speaking with your father about, well, it wasn't important. Please allow me to excuse myself. I don't wish to be in the way. She bows her head as you exit. But you exits. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful with how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. As queen, you might be aware of everything around you. I am paying attention to what's around me. Alright, So let's attend the service, get my cheerful down. So let's get there, we're normal. Neutral, so we're good at everything right now. Right, I'm going to keep my conversation up, because that seems to be working. Flattery this time, though. Court manners and flattery. As a person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. Your study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the Queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. You learn that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short. Gushing makes people feel awkward. You learn that it's always better to compliment people for their personality and their choices than their physical attributes. That's another outfit sorted. It is time for the year to decide on any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we've received is already spoken for. There is always some room for discretion. I don't know anything about budgets. Let's lower the taxes. I think we have had enough money. Let's lower the taxes a little, as you wish. I'll keep the people happy, I guess. Can I visit the treasury once again? You order the guards to step aside and let you into the treasury. They waver slightly, but in the end, you stand by your father's commands. So what was that? Accounting I needed. What's this? Boost royal demeanor. I've got that. Tea dress. Ooh. Oh, lovely. But no, I'm going to keep my coronet on. So what was it? Accounting. Yeah, trust. I've got no good in economics. Willful. See, I'm not a lumen yet, so I can't do that. So, what am I good at? Military. So, classes. We'll go military. Let's get some naval strategy. And agility. Yeah, let me learn to dance some more. No, athletics. Let me do some climbing. Athletics. Climbing. Got to learn these things. You learn that the sea is not something you hold. It is something you travel across. Naval strategies ensures your free travel while denying it to the enemies. You practice climbing up and down fixed ladders, driving out any fear of heights, learning to move swiftly and surely. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit you've killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, your majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me, and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. Demons that make you attack people? Is that even possible? I'm going to execute him. I don't care whether there were demons or not. You're still a murderer and your life is forfeit. You will be hanged in public as a deterrent of future criminals. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but his shoulders slumped. Yes, your majesty. Okay, I need to try and learn what does makes me learn things. Willful and angry. Visiting the dungeons. Right. Depressed, pressured. Let me visit the dungeons. The peasants held in the dungeon, petty thieves and troublemakers now suffer in the dark. They're obviously bad people, but seeing them so miserable still feels unfair. There must be a better way. Right, so we're willful. So that's still not got economics. That's bad. Willful is bad for economics. Intrigue, military, and lumen. I can't do lumen. I can do intrigue. I can do military. Let's do some military strategy. What was the other one I needed? Naval strategy. Okay, let's just do that. You study the effects of battle stresses on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. You study military recruitments and the importance of training and motivating in making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. You study different kinds of ships, their names, designs, and the number of crews needed for each. You study different kinds of ships, their speed, maneuverability, and standard complement of weapons. That's the military outfit, it looks like. You received word of an unfortunate incident at the gallows where the man you judged was sent to be executed. As he was led to the platform, he suddenly lashed out with explosive magical power, killing several guards and spectators before making his escape. The population is buzzing with rumours of secret cabal of evil lumens who sacrifice innocents in their dark rituals. Well, that's not good, is it? So I need to get my willful down. Yielding. Let's do that. So now I'm angry. What's my new outfit? So that's uniform. Not bad. But obviously I'm going to keep my coronet on. So I need to learn some stuff. Archery. Oh, let me go weapons. Yeah, let me go weapons. Let's go pole arms and archery. Or is it the other way around? Archery and pole arms. Either way, let's do it. You learn to cut, felt and tie arrows. You learn about different styles and size of bows, long, short and recursive. You learn about the variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd to the glaive. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan, and Duke Regent of Elf have passed away. This isn't really a surprise, he was pretty old. The problem is political implications. With the control of Elf in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Arise, the Duchess of Lilia, has petitioned for that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in a personal control of 2 neighbouring duchy, which is generally forbidden. Almost the entire eastern border. I don't know either anything really bad about her ill. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ashar, or he might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ashar has suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. Request that we accept the boy as our future husband and keep him here in the castle. Send him to his grandfather. The Earl of Ashar is the closest blood relation that Adair has. He should be regent, as you wish. Right, I'm going to try and get lonely to see if that does anything. Where's lonely? Lonely and cheerful. There we go. Let's get that. I don't think I'm lonely yet. No. Weapons and military. So let's keep that up. Pole arms. And something else. Let me just get some accounting. Let me just get a bit of accounting. Just for... just so I can try and get that thing. Because we're 23 weeks in here. You practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting a feel of its size and weight and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally. Learn the basic stances, grips and positions for staffs, fighting, and how to block a blow without crushing your fingers. You brush up on basic mathematics with the help of an abacus. There's a woman here to see you. She's a musician and wishes crown patronage, which means money. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbled in music styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. I'm not good at that. She's actually pretty good. I don't know that, though. I'll accept her. Very well, you can remain as part of the court. I will do my best for you. Still trying to get that lonely. So, yielding, lonely and cheerful. Play with some toys. Coming in. It's hard to get lonely. Why is it so hard? What's this one I got there? Tabard. No. Tabard. That makes me good at fighting, I guess. Still good at weapons and military. So... I'm not even sure now. See, as you learn it as well, you get good at actually doing them. Which is good. Let me get my elegance up. It looks like I'm good at elegant. No, I'm actually bad at that. So let's not do that. Don't want to waste any points, of course. Could go with my athletics. Agility. Let me learn dance, athletics, running. You practice walking on your arm of a partner and follow their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed. You switch back and forth between a brisk walk and a light bouncing jog. Not too fast, you're building endurance rather than speed. Receive a letter from the young Lord Azar. The extremely formal letter was for such a little boy, thanking you for your wisdom and allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote. Fair enough. Right, I need to get rid of cheerful and angry. So what is it? Afraid and depressed. Afraid and depressed. That's the one. Visit the tomb. There we go. So now that we're lonely, it still doesn't get any of that. Tutu. Lovely. Where's my coronet gone? There we go. Right, so seems that didn't really do anything. Let's go for economic sense so we can try and get our thing. So trade, production. Let's learn. You have learned the Sunset Bay off the coast of Duchy Mambosa is a prime location for fishing. Learn that even the smallest of villages has a central market where locals can trade what they have grown or made with others in different skills. Staring up at the sky, up your vision, you notice a strange flash of light. A falling star, pretty. Right, so lonely isn't getting it. Depressed didn't get it. Afraid what? I don't even know if that does anything. So tell you what, let's attend court again to see what happens here. So we are yielding, so we've got our royal demeanour up. Let's go nuts on our royal demeanour. So elegance and composure. You are strapped into a corset and hoop skirt and practice walking with these. The corset makes it hard to breathe and twist, and the skirt sways out of control if you move too rapidly. You practice graceful arm gestures for every motion, from offering your hand for a kiss to taking hold of a banister at your stairs. You practice eating slowly with minimum mess, chewing each bite a set number of times before swallowing. You are strapped into a tight, heavy armour and made to walk around in it, learning that any attempt at sudden movement will catch painfully or trip you up. Slow and steady is the way to go. The teacher smears your body and clothes with strawberry jam and makes you walk around like that for hours, facing the funny looks and snickers aimed at you without hiding or becoming angry. I have unpleasant news to report. Adir, the young Lord of Ilf, has been assassinated. What? He was shot with a crossbow while playing on the grounds of his grandfather's estate. How did this happen? Where were the guards? This is not the first time such an event has happened within the realm of Ishtar. The Earl of Ishtar, first wife and oldest daughter, also died under mysterious circumstances. Then his other daughter married young and died, giving birth to Adir. With Adir dead, the only family he has left is his second wife and their son Connor, who's 15. Blame the Earl of Ishtar. Once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, 3 times he's either a traitor or incompetent. He's useless as an earl. Execute him. For failing his responsibilities, his life is forfeit. Connor can be Earl of Ishtar, as you wish. The nerve is a matter of the Duchy of Elaf. By blood, the nearest living heir to Talarist is the Duke of Sedena in Talasia. But he's not even Novan. One of his ancestors was. Elaf is a major duchy. You cannot afford to lose control of it. Name a Novan heir. As Queen, I have brought the right to pass the lands of extinct bloodline to a new ruler. Like my mother did, my uncle Leriant and Meria. Talarist is only distantly related, and he's foreign. He doesn't count. Who should inherit the Duchy of Elf then? There's too few noble families with a lot of children, too many to inherit all the existing titles. Aris, the Duchess of Leia, has 6 children. The oldest 3 all have lands already. That's Kevin, the Earl of Io. Kursande, the Duchess of Mead, and Charmian, the Duchess Constant of Kegel. That leaves 3 others who are all a few years older than me. The Dutch and Duchess of Kegel have 7 children, 3 around my age and 4 younger. And they're all Aris's grandchildren through their mother, so either way it would be her line. A minister from, was it Elaf? I can't remember if it was Elaf now. Someone must have been managing the old estates in Elaf all these years. There must be plenty of ministers and administrators of servants of the old family. Find someone responsible who already knows Elaf and has been working for its benefits. Then I can ennoble them as an reward. Very well. I feel like we're doing really well, to be honest. I'm just going randomly at this, and I think we're doing really well. Our yielding is still bad though. So let's get out of that yielding. Cheerful and angry. Lonely and afraid. Willful. Let me sneak out. I'm going to sneak out to get that willful up. So now we are lonely. So, it seems like we're doing quite well. So let me save it again. There we go. Right, I've been going for like an hour. I've been doing this for an hour now. So, I think I'll leave it here. I'm hoping you've watched this and gone all the way through with me. I feel like we're actually winning this game and I don't even realise what I'm doing. But as always, thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a very long one to watch through. And it's been very hard listening to me talk throughout all this session. But I will pick it up again in the next one. I feel like we're coming to a close. And I feel like I shouldn't be ending it, but I'm going to anyway. Because an hour in is a really long episode. So thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gents. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. And as always, please take care of yourselves.